Bold fans, get ready. Monday, October 6th brings one of the most explosive episodes yet. Will Spencer, crushed by guilt, finally faces Elektra Forrester's heartbreak. At the same time, Hope Logan is stunned when her half-brother Dickie arrives with a life-changing request. Love, betrayal, and second chances collide, so let's break down why this episode could change everything for the bold and the beautiful. The first major turning point begins with Elektra Forrester, who has completely shut herself off from the world. Calls go unanswered, texts remain unread, and her silence is deafening. For Will Spencer, this is torture. He's faced mistakes before, he's seen relationships collapse under the weight of betrayal, but nothing compares to this. What makes it worse is knowing Elektra's pain is tied directly to him. Will's heart pounds with dread as he realizes he can't sit back any longer. He makes a bold decision, to confront her face to face. This is not an act of pressure, but of sheer desperation. He needs to look her in the eye, to remind her that despite everything, his love for her is real. When he finally stands at her doorstep, the silence feels heavier than ever. But the moment she opens the door, everything changes. Will sees the anguish written across her face, the kind of pain that words can't hide. And in that instant, his guilt crashes down harder than before. It's here that the storyline pierces deepest. Will loves Elektra with every fiber of his being, yet that love is poisoned by the memory of one reckless night with Luna Nozawa. He can blame manipulation, he can blame circumstances, but none of it erases the damage done, or the truth that Elektra deserves more than this burden he's placed on her. Elektra's silence isn't just avoidance, it's survival. A Forrester by blood, she has always embodied strength and grace, but right now she feels powerless. Her entire world has shifted, and the man she believed would stand beside her forever may also be tied to Luna's unborn child. That single possibility is enough to shatter every dream she once carried in her heart. When Will appears at her door, Elektra doesn't lash out with rage. Instead, her devastation takes a quieter, more haunting form. Her eyes are tired, her voice broken, her spirit dimmed. She doesn't need to yell for Will to understand, her silence is louder than any words could be. What unfolds between them is not just a lover's quarrel, it's the raw cruelty of fate. Their entire future, everything they built, now hangs in limbo because of a night neither of them can take back. The tragedy is layered because both stand in truth. Elektra is right to feel betrayed, to want to protect herself from more pain. And Will is right in his desperate need to hold on, to prove that his love is real despite the guilt chaining him down. For viewers, this creates the ultimate heartache. A love story that still burns, yet might be doomed by a child conceived in betrayal. The looming paternity test becomes more than science, it's the judge, jury, and executioner of their future. Neither Will nor Elektra can make promises, build plans, or even breathe without the shadow of the DNA test looming over them. Every hour before the truth is revealed feels like an eternity, a punishment they must endure in silence. For Will, the guilt is unbearable. He plays the night with Luna over and over in his mind, each memory stabbing deeper. He wishes for a rewind button, a chance to undo the past, but life offers no such mercy. The only option is to live with the consequences, and the possibility that Luna's child is his. That thought alone is enough to crush him. For Elektra, the torment is just as heavy. Every glance at Will forces her to ask herself a question. Is she looking at the man who betrayed her, or at the man who still holds her heart? The uncertainty eats away at her resolve. This limbo heightens the drama because fans know the reveal is coming. And when it does, it won't just change Will and Elektra's lives, it will ripple through the Forresters, the Spencers, and even the Nozawas. Whatever truth emerges, someone will be broken. While Will and Elektra wrestle with heartbreak, another storyline unfolds inside the walls of Forrester Creations, one that could plant the seeds of both opportunity and conflict. Hope Logan, determined to breathe new life into hope for the future, is suddenly faced with an unexpected guest, her half-brother, Dickie Sharp. Dickie doesn't come with flowers or warm words of reunion. He comes with a plea, one that could redefine his future. Having studied design and sharpened his creative instincts, Dickie sees Forrester Creations as his chance to finally break through. And more than that, he sees Hope as the only one willing to believe in him. For Hope, this is complicated. Family ties in the Forrester world are never simple. She knows how dangerous it can be to blur the line between business and blood. But Hope is also a dreamer, a builder, and a visionary. She wants fresh energy in her brand, and when she looks at Dickie, she sees something more than just potential, she sees hunger. This is bigger than fashion sketches. It's about identity, about second chances, and about proving that one can carve out a legacy not through scandal, but through talent. The question is, will Hope risk her line, and her heart, to give her half-brother the opportunity of a lifetime? If Hope chooses to open that door, Dickie's life could transform in an instant. For years, he has lived under the shadow of his last name, burdened by mistakes that weren't always his own, and dismissed as someone who could never truly measure up in a world ruled by the Forresters and Spencers. But being welcomed into Hope for the future would change everything. It wouldn't just be employment, it would be validation. Proof that he is more than the family scandals that haunt him. Proof that he has talent, vision, and the drive to stand on his own. It would be his first real chance to emerge as a designer in his own right, not just someone chasing a legacy that was never handed to him. For Hope, the stakes are equally high. Her line has been battered by setbacks, criticisms, and shifting loyalties. Every move she makes is scrutinized, every decision questioned. Bringing Dickie into her creative circle is not just a professional gamble, it's personal. She risks not only her reputation, but also the fragile momentum she's worked so hard to rebuild. Yet, she sees in Dickie something that cannot be ignored: passion, originality, and the hunger to fight for a place at the table. Those qualities, if harnessed, could inject the spark her line desperately needs. And here lies the tension. Success at Forrester Creations never comes quietly. If Dickie rises, others may see him as a threat. His breakthrough could stir jealousies, ignite rivalries, and even create enemies before his career has a chance to blossom. Viewers are left wondering, will this bold leap become Dickie's long-awaited triumph, or will the fashion world crush his dream before it takes root? Bold fans, few episodes carry this much emotional weight. On one side, Electra Forrester stands at the edge of heartbreak. Her silence could be the sign of a final goodbye, the moment she decides her future no longer includes Will Spencer. And yet, love rarely dies so easily. Could Will's desperate plea reignite even a flicker of hope, or has Luna's pregnancy already poisoned their bond beyond repair? The looming paternity test feels like a ticking clock, and when the results finally land, the truth could either shatter Electra's heart completely or give her one last reason to fight for what they had. Meanwhile, Hope Logan faces a crossroads of her own. She sees possibility in Dickie, a half-brother with ambition and raw talent, but also risk. Can she really trust him to help rebuild hope for the future, or will opening that door invite rivalries, jealousy, and chaos into her brand's fragile revival? If she chooses Dickie, the gamble could lead to triumph or disaster. October 6th isn't just another episode. It's a battle between despair and renewal, guilt and redemption, betrayal and second chances. So tell us, bold fans, should Electra forgive Will or cut ties forever? And is Dickie destined to rise as Forrester's newest star, or will family drama crush him before he begins? Comment below, we want your predictions.